Okay, what we have now, this is another video. These problems are difficult for students to do on the test. I wanted you to have an opportunity to practice another one or some more if you would like, or just to see another example to get them down better. So we got problems dealing with grams to atoms, or vice versa, atoms to grams. So we know that 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. We also know that 1 mole will equal the molar mass of a compound, okay? And that would be measured in grams per mole. So we know those two things depending upon what element we're talking about. So in this one, we have grams, and we're going to look at finding how many atoms total. So that's a huge number. If it was moles of atoms, it'd be just a regular number. But this is number of atoms, so it'd be like this number, Avogadro's number we need to use. Okay? So to set that up, we take 3.56 grams of silver. First step is for us to go to grams of silver to moles of silver. Okay? So then we can make that connection. So that when we do that, we look on our periodic table and we find silver, and it tells us the molar mass that are equal to 1 mole. So when we look at silver, it's 107.87 to 1 mole. All right, so we're not there yet because it asks how many actual atoms we have. So we cross through grams. Next step, we say for every 1 mole of silver, this is kind of what we're doing right here. We're looking at this step right here next. We're saying for every mole of silver, I have 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of silver. So when we come up with an answer, what we'll do is we'll take the 3.56 divided by 107.87 and press equals. Then that's 0.033. We're going to multiply that by 6.022. We get an answer that's 0.199. So 0.199 times 10. We look at our exponent. We don't have anything dividing, and so that would be times 10 to the 23rd. So then that becomes 1.99 times 10 to the 22nd atoms of silver. All right? So that's how you make that connection. Second problem. This one's not the exact same setup, so you really got to think. This one's asking for how many grams, and you're given this many atoms. So go ahead and try, stop the video, try this setup, see if you can do it. Make sure you're trying to do it, and that way you can kind of compare it to what the answer is supposed to be here. And then you go ahead and start the video again. Okay, so on this one, we know the same connections, that there's 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms in a mole. We also know that 1 mole equals the molar mass in grams per mole. By doing that, we'll start out with 6.75 times 10 to the 22nd atoms. Anytime you have numbers that start out that big, you're always going to divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. And that would be atoms of carbon. That's equal to 1 mole of carbon. Alright? And then the next step would take, for 1 mole of carbon, you know the weight of carbon is 12.01 grams for every 1 mole. So then once you do your calculation, then you take your 6.022 0.75 divided by 6.022 times 12. Get an answer of 13.5. Times 10 to the 23rd. Okay, we're going to ahead and move the decimal over 1.35. That'd be that times 10 to the 24. And that would be atoms of carbon. Okay, so that's how you do those type of problems.